What's up, guys? My name's Caleb.
This is Chase.
And today we are working on our LS powered Datsun wide body, wide frame, custom interior, cab lifting, front mid-engine, if that's a thing. Let's go ahead and start that fight in the comments. Datsun 620. This car is 50 years old, and we've replaced almost all of it with a GMC 1500 parts. So that's the rear end, drive shaft, transmission, engine, steering, and then a bunch of custom stuff that we've made as well, and this thing is nuts. Today we are working on the interior. We're gonna make it a little bit more comfortable. We built kind of the structure for it last week, so we're gonna do some things to help us drive it more comfortably. We're gonna be making it look a little bit cooler, so a lot of the stuff we're doing today is just designed for the interior, and we're gonna be making a gauge cluster for it. Now, if all of that goes well, which I really think it is going to, then we are going to get to lay in some sheet metal and really get to see this thing start to look finished and take shape. It's gonna be awesome, but the first thing we have to do is add in the final little pieces of bar of tubing in order to make this thing comfortable and create space for future creature comforts. Let's do it.
When we first put this together, we had an issue with this bar being too far in, and in that resting position when you're driving for a while, you lean your leg to the side, there's just this pressure point on the side of our leg. So we're going to install a couple of bars here that spread that weight out, and then we'll bring sheet metal over the top of everything, so you just have one big smooth trans tunnel like you would in a small roadster or something like that.
And you got this idea from driving what?
The Miata.
The Miata. Chase is a huge Miata guy, literally and figuratively.
Yes.
And
I always get made fun of because I stick over the windshield.
yeah.
That seems to be where I try to follow the line, because that's where I'll drive. See, that's like that. So guys, there's a good reason to always wear some protective gear, like a jacket and gloves and all that when you're grinding using cutoff discs. I couldn't tell you how many hours I've spent on a grinder, and it's never happened before. I got just close enough that it just grabbed my shirt, snatched up everything, and if I'd been in a t-shirt, it probably would have laid my stomach open. A little bit shaky. I've got it unplugged now, by the way. Yeah, I think that probably would have got into my skin a little bit. we had to come up with a solution for a gauge cluster, and this is what we've done. We wanted something that would at least have a round edge because we don't have anything that's going to turn that sharp. So we cut basically a picture frame out of tubing, welded it all together, ground the corners down, filled it with weld, and ground them down pretty much round. So the gauge cluster itself is going to be about 3/4 of an inch thick, like these lug nuts. And when this is mounted to the dash, this is our gauge cluster face. It's got a protective coating on it right now. It should sit about like that.
Alright, so we haven't actually thrown this up here yet. So that's gonna go.
I would think I'd like drop it back and come in a little.
Yeah.
That's why I was making sure that it wasn't some.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah,
So that'll go something like that with our gauges. It'll work well. We also learned that a Miata center console fits right nicely in here. Just like we planned it to. Chase had this console laying around. We were talking about building a console. He said, hey, let's check this one. And sure enough, look at that. So we've got a center console. And it's plastic and mass produced. Or was. At one point in time.
Well, it's easy to picture now.
Yeah, now you can actually put your feet on something.
Yeah, dude, that's comfy. All that, and once that's got stuff leaning on.
Say it one more time. That's what?
Comfy.
Comfy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I even use my slider to get more comfortable.
Lay back. You could take a nap. Cross-country trip.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to this part in this video, but we will in the next one. We're gonna start piecing in all this. All the sheet metal. We had to do all the tube work, and it took a little bit longer than planned. But we got it all in now, so now we just got to start doing more of that and all of this. So we should get close to sealing it up in the next video. Maybe seal it up in the next video.
Probably at least the sheet metal. Maybe not the seals.
Right, yeah.
Ooh, and all the stuff that mounts to the sheet metal. Start playing with all that.
Yeah, we start sitting stuff in here. So anyway, this is where we're at right now, guys. Got our armrests. We'll do some shifting action right here. That'll probably go away. We'll have our switches and radio right there. Gauges right across here. Straight line of gauges. Everything you need to know. It'll look like a fighter jet from the 80s. And then steering wheel, which will also be here next week. Next week will be a fun one.
Cool.
Be building the interior. I want to go sit on that side.
Really? I haven't sat in here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Cool.
Yeah, you just can't picture it yet.
Yeah.
But once that's there.
That feels pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
Like, really impressed with that, actually. So much extra room. Look at all that room I have with my right foot. Oh, man. Anyway, all right, we're going to stop talking about silly stuff. That's all for today. We are going to get into more sheet metal work next week. We had to move kind of slow this week, but I still think we got a good bit done. But yeah, more cutting and tacking in sheet metal next week, and hopefully next week we will have a firewall. That's the plan.
Oh, man.
And hopefully it doesn't hit the engine.
Hopefully it doesn't hit the engine.
That's the big one. We can make it not hit, you know, but the fewer times we have to redo stuff, the better.
How much are we gonna have to make it not hit?
Right.
That's gonna be the question.
We've got heavy hammers.
Yeah.
So, secret word of the day is?
Settling torch. Or settling? Just torch. Torch.
Acetylene kind of hard to spell.
Yeah.
Torch. Torch is the secret word of the day, so leave torch in the comments below so we know you watched until this point, the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching the entire video. It makes a huge difference in the algorithm and getting our videos in front of people, so thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Also, if you haven't seen yet, we have this join button. Oh, I forgot to draw names.
Wait, what would that...
Sunday, I will draw names because I said it would take a whole week, or we'd wait a whole week for people that join. So today, when this video goes out, I'll draw names, and then I will announce the winners in the next video. The next Sunday video.
That's funny. Time's funny.
Time is a weird thing. It's not Sunday right now, but it will be when you're watching this. Anyway, so if you join today, you're still able to win the key tags. I've got like 5 key tags that I made like 2 years ago. I'm not gonna make any more. They're the last 5, and I'm giving them to people who join as members of the Build Crew. It's 99 cents a month, and that supports us. It helps us more than you could ever imagine. It's a new thing that we just started last week, so we would love for you guys to join. Any ideas, any thoughts, anything else to add?
Just join.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you Tuesday.